My dear students of class 10, today we will discuss one very interesting and also important poem written by John Berryman, and the name of the poem is The Ball Poem. Right. Here in this poem we will find that John Berryman is talking about a very little thing, but this particular poem has a very deeper meaning. You will learn something from this particular poem which you can apply in your future life. Right. So the theme is very simple, but the implication is very deeper. The meaning is very deeper that you have to understand. Right. So let's start. We will discuss. I will read and I will discuss the difficult word meanings and the poetic devices and the meanings of the lines. So here I go. A boy loses a ball. So a boy unfortunately loses a ball. Then he is very upset. Upset means unhappy, sad. A ball doesn't cost much. So a ball is of maximum 60, 70, 80 rupees or 100 rupees. So it doesn't cost much. Nor is it difficult to buy another ball. So if you lose another ball, one ball, you can easily buy another ball, right? So why then is the boy so upset? So why the boy is so upset when he can buy another ball, right? So why is so upset? That is the moot question over here in the poem. Read the poem to see what the poet thinks has been lost and what the boy has to learn from the experience of losing something. Yes, that is important. So read the poem to see what the poet thinks has been lost, means what the poet thinks the child has lost and what the child has to learn from the experience of losing something. Yes, that is important. Whether you lose one pen or one cap of the pen or one pencil or anything, so what you learn from that loss, that is important. How you bear the situation, right? How you cope with the situation, with the condition, with the situation, right? That is important. So here I read the poem. What is the boy now who has lost his ball? What is he to do? I saw it go merrily bouncing down the street and then merrily over. There it is in the water. No use to say, oh, there are other balls. An ultimate sinking grief fixes the boy as he stands rigid, trembling, staring down all his young days into the harbor where his ball went. So the poet is asking, where is the boy now? What is the boy now? What is the boy now? Means what is the boy now thinking? What is he doing? Who has lost his ball? The boy who has lost his ball. What is he doing now? What is he thinking? What is his mental condition right now? What? So he is giving focus or giving emphasis. He is emphasizing what is he to do? So the poet is asking, what easy to do? What he has to do, or what is he doing? So here, what repetition with this poetic device, right? So here the poet is asking what the boy is doing who has lost his ball. I saw it go, merrily bouncing down the street and then merrily over. There it is in the water. So the poet watched that the ball was merrily bouncing, means bouncing on the street, right? Down the street, merrily means happily, and then merrily over. Then happily over means it fell somewhere there in the water. There was kind of place, and in the water the ball fell, right? And the boy lost his ball. Then what is his mental condition? No use to say, oh, there are other balls. An ultimate sinking grief fixes the boy as he stands rigid. So there is no point in saying the line, oh, there are other balls. You see the glossary? The word suggests that the loss is not important enough to worry about. Means the poet is saying that it is not at all important to say, oh, there are other balls. An ultimate sinking grief fixes the boy, because an ultimate sinking grief means sadness which greatly affects the boy. So ultimate sinking, ultimate grief that fixes, that catches the boy, right? As he stands rigid, even stiff, he was standing still, trembling, he was trembling, shaking, and staring down. He was staring, means looking down at the ball, and all his young days into the harbor where his ball went. Means all the memories, all his young days, means he used to play with his ball, right? So he had memories with his ball, and everything went along with his ball to the harbor, means that place where the ball was at that moment there, right? So kind of place full of water, and the ball went there where his ball went. So all his young days also went along with his ball. I would not intrude on him. Intrude means to enter a situation where one is not welcome, to interfere, to intervene. So the poet is saying that I will not intrude on him, I will not interfere on him, on his subject. A dime, another ball, is worthless. A dime means 10 cent. Here in India, the currency is rupees, right? And in United States, that is cent. And 10 cent means one dime. So one ball costs one dime, and that is worthless, that is not important, that is valueless. Now he senses first responsibility in a world of possessions. So after losing his ball, the boy senses, the boy understands his responsibility in the world of possessions. Possession means here we possess something, we want to possess something, we want to have house, we want to have bike, we want to have smartphone or iPhone, right? We want to have something, some luxurious items. So this is the world of possessions. Everybody wants to have something. So here in this world of possessions, the boy understands, senses the thing of responsibility. People will take balls will not be will be lost always, little boy. And the poet is addressing this line, people will take balls. Here ball means many things also, not only ball means a particular ball. different things. So people will snatch different things from you, and balls will be lost always, and you will lose something. Sometimes this, sometimes that, sometimes mobile phone, sometimes money, sometimes a watch. So you can lose anything. And money is external. Money is not really important. Money is external, not internal. The understanding is internal. He is learning. The boy was learning. Well behind his desperate eyes. Desperate means helpless. He was helpless, and well behind his helpless eyes, he was learning the sense of duty. The epistemology of loss. Epistemology means the understanding of the nature of loss, what it means to lose something. So he was learning the thing of loss, right? So understanding the nature of loss, what it means to lose something. He was learning that thing, and how to stand up, how to come out of that loss, knowing what every man must one day know. And he was knowing, he was understanding what others will one day know. You all will one day know this thing also. And most know many days how to stand up. And many people, they take many days how to come out of that thing of lost something. And the boy was learning. That is important. So here the poet is giving a clear-cut message to the reader that money is not important. Money is, yes, to some extent money is important, but money is external. But the memory is something else. And sometimes you have something that is, and the monetary value is not that much high of that thing. For example, a pen, and that is gifted by someone special, some teacher or someone else, and that is important to you, right? And you don't want to lose that thing. So you have to understand that sometimes monetary value is not important, sometimes that memory, that emotion is important, right? So everyone must understand that. Now, thinking about the poem, the question answers. In pairs, attempt the following questions. Not in pairs, but you will attempt. Everyone must attempt. Why does the poet say, I would not intrude on him? Why is he saying that? Because he was learning the thing of laws, or the understanding the thing. And why doesn't he offer him money to buy another ball? Why does the poet not offer him? Because then the boy will not understand the meaning of the value of a thing, right? And also will not understand the thing of losing something. Staring down all his young days into the harbor where his ball went. Do you think that boy has had the ball for a long time? Yes, definitely. Is it linked to the memories of the days when he played with it? Yes, definitely. That is said, young days. You have to explain. What does in the world of possessions means? Means here that I was saying, everybody wants to have something. So it wants to possess something. That's why world of possession. Do you think the boy has lost anything earlier? No. Pick out the words that suggest the answer. That's why he was understanding. What does the poet say? The boy is learning from the loss of the ball. What does the boy was learning? The sense of duty, the sense of understanding. Try to explain in his own word to explain. Have you ever lost something you liked very much? Write a paragraph describing how you felt then and saying whether or how you got over your loss. How you came out of loss. And here there are poetry devices. First, you have alliteration. See, buys a ball black. buys a ball black and no one buys a ball black. Here B, this letter is repeated, so that's why here is one example of alliteration, right? Then most know many days, so M is repeated in a nearly consecutive way, that's why here also alliteration. Then here if you see the line what, see the second line, there is repetition, the word is repeated, right? So what, that is repetition. These are the poetic devices here you have in this poem. That's all. Thank you.